2018 class of the BGSU Athletics Hall of Fame being inducted tonight. And Kory Liechtensteiger is with us now, a standout football player here at BGSU. Went on to play 8 years in the National Football League. Kory, great to have you back. Congratulations.
Thanks, Todd. It was 9.
9 years, excuse me.
Sorry,
and
a small thing.
That's a big thing because every year in the league is a big one, especially after 5, right?
This old shoulder can tell you that 9th year counts for something.
Of course, 4 years here at Bowling Green, started all 4 years. And take me back to being recruited to BG. I always like to try and get back to that story. What brought you to BG?
Mike Ward. Remember Mike Ward?
Oh, yeah, Wardo.
Yeah, he's now a Rocket, but
yeah,
he made a few trips to Convoy, Ohio, to Crestview to see me. But really, I think what sealed the deal was my official visit and seeing Scotty Murkowski, Mazer, Andrew Hart, a lot of those kind of old guys. Some of them were leaving. Some of them were still going to be there and be upperclassmen. But I think what brought me to Bowling Green was just the fact that it agrees with me. My people, it's my kind of town. It's not a big city. It's a nice town, but it's not a big town. It's got everything you need, nothing you don't.
Kind of like Convoy, where you're from, which is a little more rural, but again, a small Northwest Ohio town. And was it hard to get noticed playing for a small school, high school football in Ohio, or not?
I didn't think it was. I mean, I had no experience and nothing to base that answer off of. But to me, I went to camps and I did pretty well. And this is before the days of Huddle, where you just put all your clips out there and put a little triangle over you and say, hey, this is me, and give my top 5 plays from the game. But no, you go to camps, you try to get noticed, you talk to some of the coaches that you end up, like I think I had Coach Stud at several of those camps. I think I had him at the Ohio State camp and at least one more. But, I think that's where you get noticed, at least at that point. And, another thing that brought me here, I don't know if that's still part of the question, but another thing that brought me was Coach Stud. And then Coach Brandon, the people, for sure.
Let's expand on that. Coach Greg Studrawa, he's referring to the O-line coach, the offensive coordinator during those years. I know that many times O-linemen and their coaches of their position seem to have a special relationship, and I think that was true with you and Stud. Oh,
yeah, still do. He's one of those guys, I don't necessarily talk to him all the time these days, but whenever I see him, it's like nothing's ever changed. It's like we've never left each other's side. It's just a special relationship. And, I had him for 4 years. And the odd thing is I've had NFL coaches for longer than that, but I think Coach Stud is probably, that's probably my most special relationship with any football coach that I've had.
Speaking of the brotherhood, the O-line group is always a very tight-knit group as well. You still hang out, talk with some of those guys?
Yeah, there's a few. You remember Nystrom?
Oh, yeah.
I still I talk to Nystrom. I see him occasionally. We played some golf over the summer. And I'm going to go out there. I'm selling weight room equipment now. So I got to go out there and install a weight room for the University of Dubuque, which is where he's coaching now for the football team. And, Watson, Hulsman, Odro, a lot of those guys. Pete Winovich, honorary lineman. He was a fullback. He handles my money, so I got to be nice to him. We still talk and would like to see each other a little bit more, but it's tough. Everybody's got their own stuff going on these days.
Kory, before we let you go, you're 9 years in the NFL. Clearly, every day was probably a highlight to be playing at that level, but are there a couple things that stick out to you from your days in the National Football League?
Nice gear. Always clean clothes. Checks weren't awful. Flew private. We chartered a plane, all the treats and everything that came along with that. And, the relationships. At every level, that's what it's all about, is relationships. But the good years stand out. A couple of division championships, winning that NFC East. A couple of playoff games. But, lots of highlights. A few lowlights, but it was worth it. Life's a trade-off. NFL is a trade-off. My knee probably could feel better if I didn't do it, but there's lots of things that I wouldn't have right now if I didn't go down that path.
It's great to have you back in Bowling Green. Kory Liechtensteiger, a member of the 2018 BGSU Athletics Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thanks, Todd.